Hey guys, it has been about 8 or 9 days since our last feeding, and it's a cooler day here in Central Florida. So I thought, let's check in on our guys, see how they're doing. I have way too much food here, so it's gonna go in the tumbler outside. But I haven't really seen any gnats lately. I think I saw one kind of a different part of the kitchen, so definitely curious to see what we're looking at in here. If you guys remember, we rearranged the order last time, even fed the second tier on the left side. They got some watermelon rinds, so I'm expecting some interesting progress today when we check in. Wally's here doing his food. Clearly Moose hasn't eaten his yet today. Now this cover has been on this whole time, partially because it's been cool, partially because I think it's genuinely helping keep the bugs out, so a little multitasking, but I think it's helping overall. So I plan on continuing to use it for the foreseeable future, just until I feel 100% about the situation. Alright, okay, so we've got some wormies up here. Not a lot, but a few. This is the tier that we fed for the first time. This is part of the expansion tray set. And we fed them over here, the frozen watermelon rinds. And we only put the shredded papers over here in cardboard. But you can see how much the paper has gone down. So it makes me feel good about the situation, like they've probably been eating. So it's definitely moist in here, which I would assume is from the frozen food. So let's see. I don't see any melons. No melons whatsoever. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That is so funny. Hungry babies, we're hungry. Wow, not a single melon in sight. Okay, well that's funny. Wow. Man, they must be very happy little babies. All right. So what we'll do then is, since they're already over here, we will give them some food for now. And unfortunately, I don't have a super diverse set of food right now. I have a lot of banana peels, and I have some asparagus, which I don't think is anybody's first choice, but we'll throw it in so we get some diversity in here. I do have some Brussels sprout pieces. I'm gonna put some more banana in. So maybe like 2 bananas worth. Some more Brussels sprout pieces. And technically there's nothing really in this avocado shell that I have here, this half avocado, but I know that they do like it for their eggs sometimes, so we're gonna put that in there. But I don't really have a lot of anything sweet right now, so this should be good. Ooh, and while we're here, speaking of, little Moose is here. So now all the puppies are eating. The worms are eating, the puppies are eating. So got a decent amount of food in there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cover it back up with the paper from last time. So it's nice and secure. And I was going to rotate a little bit, but there's literally just no food over here, so it's not like they need to rotate to let some finish up and then they can start over. There's nothing here, so that's crazy, but exciting. And so we can see, sorry about that, we can see I've kind of say buried it higher, but I've definitely packed it up on that side, so that's exciting. It's a little overcast today, so everything's a little just mild, I think, here today. And put our cover back on. Pretty sure this is the one that we fed the watermelon rinds to. I don't know what else it would be. You know what? It definitely is, because the other one we didn't feed. Oh boy, look at all, oh gosh, all the friends. We didn't feed this layer last time because they still had some food. and I didn't want them to be overfed. But that's interesting because this means that people from upstairs were coming downstairs potentially. So I'm just gonna peel this away. Oh, hey, worms. Okay. Now there's definitely, here, I'll bring you guys in. There's definitely a lot of worms on top here. So that's interesting. We have quite the worm friend community here. Looks like there's some healthy activity here, although they did finish off, it looks like, most of the food. It's looking good in here. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot else food-wise in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come over here and mix things up a little bit for them and put some food on this side so we can make sure that we have a little bit of movement in here. They're aerating evenly. I don't know if that really makes a difference, but I like to think it does. So I think I'm going to do the same thing as the top bin. So we got a few pieces of asparagus butts, some Brussels sprouts. It's not really full Brussels sprouts either. It's like the edges that went bad or whatever. So we got some Brussels sprouts, and then the all favorite banana. Banana. I feel like every time I put a banana in here, oh, you know what? I didn't see this in here. We got an apple core. So we'll give them that. I didn't realize I had that in my bin. And then I do have the other half of the avocado, which is starting to mold. So that's perfect. So that should be a nice little chunk of food for the next week or so. We're just gonna cover it back up gently, but oh, sorry, I probably should have showed you guys. Like, I didn't even cut anything up. I just stuck it in there. Oops. Gently cover everybody up. There's already a lot of bedding in here, and since I am ultimately covering this, look how healthy that guy looks. Oh my goodness, you guys look great. Since this is getting covered again with the cloth, and then also it's going to be cold, I'm not going to put more bedding in here. And just so you guys know, this is what I put the food in these days. Although in my chest freezer, I'm going to start probably freezing these, or sections of these, I should say, and then having them ready for my composter tumbler or for new layers. I have an idea about that, but TBD. Still thinking it through, but for now, I don't want to add more bedding in because I feel like there's a lot and I don't think it's necessary. I think the gnat problem, fingers crossed, is under control. Just for good measure, I still have this mosquito bits mixture, so I am going to spray it just very lightly on the top. There's like hardly anything coming out, because you can't be too careful. And then put our top layer back on, make sure it fits nice and securely. I don't feel anything shaking. Alright, now I'm just going to cover back up and let these guys work their magic for now. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to start another layer and let them separate into that layer, you know, like put a bunch of coconut core and everything like normal to start it, or if I want to just keep the 2 layers. And the reason I say that is because I think one of these tiers is due for a migration around the end of January, beginning of February. And so I'm not sure if I want to start starving it out and letting them migrate to another one. So I still have a little bit of time to think about it, but would love your guys' opinion if you have any thoughts on that. I am going to try to do this migration by starving at one bin and then feeding another one, or one layer, and then letting them come down to the next, or come up or down. I don't know which one of the ways. So we'll see. We'll see.